Hello guys, my name's Dio Costa and welcome back to another video on a Python tutorial for beginners. In this video we'll be looking at string handling, and often when you want to perform operations on strings, this may involve cycling through letters in the string. This is particularly easy in Python. We can do it in a for loop. So let's start straight off. Let's go straight with task 12a. Task 12a. So the task tells us copy and run the following code. So let's just copy it. Sentence is equal to the cat sat on the mat. And we're going to be using is a for loop. This is a for loop right here. For letter in sentence, print a letter. Again, you can use any name over here. You could say for X in sentence, whatever. When you run it, it'll just print it off like this over here. So just print every character line by line. So we'll go through every character. So it's a condition control loop. The condition is the sentence. So just go through each, of course, the space counts and the full stop. Sometimes we might just want a part of the string. We could do this by treating a string as a list of characters. S0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, blah blah. We can then refer to letters by their index. Remember that a list starts at index 0. So text equals sandwich, print, done. So let's actually copy this down actually and let's see what happens. So if I put text sandwich and do 2, N is what gets printed out because 0, 1, 2. If you want to group, if you want a group of letters, this can be done by using the following notation: string name, position of first letter, position after last letter. So, what we could, as they show right here, we could do print text square brackets from 0 to 4. And again, the position after the last letter. This position, even though we don't want W, but what you must remember is that it must be a position after the last letter, since it starts at 0. So instead of it being 3, it'll be 4. Just add 1 to the last letter. Just add 1. So here, sand. Okay. So let me just put it here. Add 1 to the last position number. And text will produce, let's just print out as it's shown us to do that as well. Yeah, and W. If you want the length of a string, we use len, just like we did in the list. So if you want the length of sandwich, we can just do length. They call it A, but let's call this length. Length equals len text, then print length. Or if you just want to be simpler, you can also, so this is or you could have just done like this. That's also possible. I'll just put that as a comment that you can also do that. Task 12b. Change the previous program so it counts the number of occurrences of the lowercase a, letter A. So, here's the previous program. Which was the previous program? Oh, they talked about this now. Talking about this. There. Sandwich. Change the previous program so it counts the number of occurrences of lowercase a. Okay. What we're going to do is for a in sentence lowercase a is equal to plus equals 1. Let's actually lowercase a is equal to 0. Then let's do print. Let's see if this works. Okay. Now, if A, I think that's what we want, is if A is in. Yeah, it's not an if, it's not a for loop, we want it as an if statement. If the letter A appears, well, if the lowercase, if this exact string appears in a sentence, do lowercase plus 1 and then assign the answer into lowercase a, and then print it off. Write a program that takes in the word and says whether or not it is a palindrome. A palindrome is a word that is the same backwards as forwards, like noon and radar. It's going to be a bit interesting. And this was, this over here is task 12B. Task 12C. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so there is, I know, a function in Python where you can actually reverse a word. So let's see if we can do anything with that. So let's go on to. So first, let's start with writing the word. So word equals input. Word. Just type in the word. Then let's do reversed word. Reversed word is equal to reversed. Yeah, it's reversed word. Let's actually print this out to see if this even works first of all. Let's try and see if this even works. I think that's the first thing we have to check. So if I was to write, let's say a noon. Okay, did not work. Interesting. Okay, so since that doesn't work, let me just, it would be nice if there was like a quick function that I was able to do just to quickly just reverse it. Unfortunately there isn't, or this one doesn't work the way I wish it did, so we'll just do it a different way. It's a bit more of a complicated way, I would say, and that is if we do this. Now, some of you might be looking at what the hell does this mean? Okay. All that this just means is slice up the word, slice the whole sequence, and just -1 start reversing the word. You know, just go step with a step of -1. So, of course, -1 that means in reverse. So that will just start to reverse the sequence. So if we were to just print now the reversed word. And if I typed in, for example, noon, it prints out noon. Let's do another test. Hello is not a palindrome. See? It works. So we know it works. So that way it does work. Slices the word and reverses it with -1. Again, you could change this number so it reverses it with -2, or even goes forward instead. So there we've got the word, and now we've got the reverse word, and now we need to check. If it's the same backwards and forwards. How can we do that? I think an if statement might work on this. If word is equal to the reversed word, print is a print First, let's use word. Word is a palindrome. Else, print just is not a palindrome. So let's try and see if this works. Does this work? Let's try noon is a palindrome. Okay, let's rerun that. Let's try hello. Yes, it works. That's great. So that works very nice. And what we can actually possibly do, so we have to put this into a while loop, is we can then just make this always asking for, it always asks for a letter, or for a word, I mean. It will always ask for another word to test. Radar. No? Radar is a palindrome. Let's try another one. Dad is a palindrome. What's Python is not a palindrome. Let's type in Python. Python is not a palindrome. So it works. And that was quite easy. As you can see, it was just using some if statements. This was the only thing that might have seemed was new to you lot. But anyway, the next task is a specimen exercise. Now, this specimen exercise I'll be doing again in a separate video because it can get quite long. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Goodbye.